It appears the gallows have been dismantled, ma'am. I feel we should just start
I agree.
the proceedings.
Feel free to bring everyone in.
If I am needed, yes, everyone. By everyone, you mean who?
Well, as long as people are quiet, they can bear witness.
Oh, I hope. Yes.
Take a seat or a standing room as long as they are not in the way.
Yes. There's a standing room inside. Yes. Don't push or shove. If you're caught punching, you will be asked to leave. Yes. Start to fill the back of the room. Work your way forward. We're not animals. We're people. Everyone be respectful now. Yes. There's a small door. Everyone calm down. So, as soon as we're at capacity, we're going to close the door. Okay, everybody. Okay.
I'll keep watch out here, Sheriff.
Please be wearing pants.
Do you want to go in?
Thank you.
Oh my god.
Just watch your step.
Oh my
Yes,
god.
none of that. If you have any of that, we have it out here. Yes. Yes.
I just wanted to take it to
Go ahead, Liz.
note.
Come on now. Let's go now. Come on now.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Don't talk to the bankers like that.
Oh my god.
They work for the federal government. Yes.
You don't fuck with bankers.
That's a good way to end up. Yes.
Oh.
Come on now.
Fuck.
Anyone else? I like how you're not leaving line over there. You are hardened township people over there. Good work. Yes, everyone, come in.
There's a couple stragglers coming, sir.
Oh my god. Yay, Dad made it! Holy
I'm
shit!
standing down here. They packed this shit up there.
Okay.
We run up there and see if let you in.
Feel free to step down, Mr. Zhao.
Thank you, thank you.
Wait, wouldn't one of the sheriff be the prosecutor?
We have another witness here to testify.
Another witness.
I think the sheriff
What
is the
did you
prosecutor.
He actually robbed me.
Oh,
Back and
Was this a separate occasion, or did it happen in River Run or White Willow?
it seems that we have a new witness. Was there another one present?
I'm sorry, sir. At this time, you'll have to wait outside. I apologize. Yes.
Ma'am, of course, I would say that
A seat alongside the
other
wall
than
there.
bringing the charges, you know, those of us that are bringing the charges would also be witnesses. But when it comes to not those of us bringing the charges, there would also be Mr. Alfie here.
All right. Well then, Mr. Alfie, please step forward and give your account.
Okay. Like the very start, or just from like a River Run?
You have information that goes before River Run?
Oh, yep. Because I kind of met him down by where Serenity was originally. He kind of held me up there, and that's how I sort of was with him. Originally tried to sell him some shoes, and then it kind of just went a little bit sort of badly, I guess, and he liked my shoes a little bit too much, and pulled out a gun and tried to take my shoes and my hat. So I, well, proceeded by making him sort of stress out a little bit, I guess, and I managed to get him to put his gun away, and then I said we can just go back to my house and I can get a nice glass of shumo to calm you down. So I, at that point, decided to just lead him as far away from my house as possible. So I started heading back down towards the down the river towards the swamp, going back, or trying to go past like houses and stuff to sort of like see if anyone was at home. I could just sort of mention that as a bandit, kind of loudly, just had like a little conversation about sort of stuff. He kind of told me a few things about all the bandit stuff that's been going on recently, how they attack, is it the White Willow? Is that it? That one?
Mm-hmm.
He admitted to shooting a few people, but not actually killing anybody. I don't know how true that is, because he's been kind of trying to get along with me, I guess, for the whole time, so he wanted me to have a good opinion of the bandits. I don't know, like, he kept on offering to let me join, and like he was going to get me to have like a meeting with Jeremiah, and I didn't want any of that. Yeah, and then he also admitted to shooting a child or baby at some point in his life. I don't know if that's relevant, but he kind of told me some really strange stuff on the journey, and it was kind of an odd day. But eventually we got to the lake up by, is it Spring Valley? I want to say that one. And I kind of saw through what I was doing, because I was just leading him as far away from Serenity as I could, because my ranch is just behind. And he started just asking me why I lied, and I just said because I actually live in a mine, and I tried to make him feel bad again by saying how the reason I led him all this way and I don't actually have a house anymore is because no one likes me because of the shoe milk stuff. At that point, I think he just started feeling really bad for me, and he wanted to find me a new home. So he took me down to River Run, and at that point I tried to sort of pass some notes and try and warn them about what was going on. And when I think the mayor and someone else went off, he sort of realized what was going on because he saw me drop the note. So I kind of ran off to go and try and distract him before he pulled out a gun on them, and I pulled out a gun, but I had no ammo. Like, I'd even told the guy before I had no ammo, so I was kind of hoping that someone else in the area would have a gun, but they didn't actually have a gun, so I kind of screwed myself over in that bit, and that's when I got shot. And then, like, when I got patched up again, I was just sort of stuck in the middle of all of that, and then taken hostage, and then things kind of went a little bit crazy, I guess, and there was a lot of gun shooting, and he used used me and one other person as a human shield, and was just shooting around us, and we tried on the floor, and he told us to stand back. And then, like, the rest is pretty much what Sal said. Oh, he also threatened me as well to get his bandit friends after me when the whole thing started kicking off originally.
It was you, and what other person was your human shield?
I think the priest, what was it, the character's name?
Joel King?
The priest
Joel King,
that...
ma'am.
Oh, yeah.
Joel.
Yes, Pastor Dr. Joel King.
Got a mouthful. All right.
Yes, Dr. Justice of the Peace.
Also a mouthful. So that sounded more like the beginning of it. You were talking about how he seemed like he was trying to do the right thing. That he had sympathy for you.
I don't think it was really sympathy. I think I just sort of like stressed him out a lot because I started panicking, and then that just sort of like put the whole sort of like robbery off, I guess. Like I just started like really badly panicking. Like, he just felt really bad for me, so he just sort of, well, not really bad for me, just stressed out, I guess.
All right.
He started panicking himself.
Realization that it may be impossible to follow through with something, though, does not mean that you can just kind of get right out of it. Were you able to witness what had happened with Dakota or Mr. Wayne?
Oh, I think I remember, like, I'm not really too sure. Like, I think I saw her. I remember him shouting at her, and then like she got shot, but then ran away or something. He was trying to find her for quite a while, but he didn't have any luck finding her. Not too sure about Wayne.
Stand.
I kept on trying to sort of calm the situation down, and just like, because I felt bad because I kind of I kind of was with him when he came to this area, and like tried to suggest just we both leave, and he just leaves everyone else alone, but that didn't really go too well. And he just kept on saying it's all about the fame and stuff, I guess. He wants people to know who he is.
I think Mr. Hyde has succeeded in such a thing. How did you end up shot in the shoulder?
I tried to distract him. Like, I thought someone else was going to pull out a gun and let's subdue him or whatever, but no one else had any guns on them. And he, well, just saw through my bluff of not having any bullets, because I don't really carry guns with bullets. And then he shot.
Do you have any belief that perhaps he had doubt that you had had bullets, that you were out of bullets?
We had like several conversations about it. I don't really know. I don't think so. He kind of saw through some of my other lies, but that one I was pretty honest with. Like, I even proved him, like, I started trying to shoot, and like my gun had no ammo, so it just didn't do anything. I think that was kind of proof enough, maybe. I don't really know.
All right. If you're willing, please step down.
Okay.
Mr. Zhao, I'd like to ask you one more time, when you witnessed everything, did you ever get the impression that he was naive or young?
No, I mean, apart from the sound of his voice, he sounded like a young man, but he didn't seem like a child or anything. He did seem very distressed and panicked and not really very organized at all.
And you were able to witness him using people as shields?
Oh yes, he was was running around in circles around people so that you know, he wasn't able to be shot by the sheriff. Sorry, the deputy. He was running around people, making sure that he was yes, running in between people, so as not to get shot.
I see. Was anyone present for White Willow?
I wasn't present for the whole thing. I arrived afterwards, and I was watching the bandits trying to control the town from the hill with a spyglass.
Were you able to witness Rufus being there?
Yes, I saw Rufus, and I saw Austin, and I saw Jeremiah, and there was another person who I didn't know or recognize.
Were you able to confirm that Rufus is both the same person at White Willow and River Run?
Oh yes, definitely. He was definitely the same person. He's really easy to recognize because of the clothes that he wears, and yeah, and the top hat that he wears too, because he's a tailor, I do believe.
I was with him during this too. We were chased after by the bandits.
And who are you, sir?
Logan Riley.
Logan Riley. I'm taking note.
Of the White Willow incident.
And what were you able to witness?
So when I arrived there, I saw Zhao, Liam, and some other fellow. I forgot his name. If someone could remind me, one of them. But we were watching from a distance, and then they saw us, and they started chasing us down. We didn't. Me and Liam, we did a kind of a U-turn and ran up into the desert, and were able to escape. But we weren't too sure about Zhao at the time, and then we hid in an adobe house, not too far from the lake.
Were you able to see any of the shooting?
Yeah.
No, but they did shoot at us like twice, but they didn't hit us. We were able to escape, but we thought Zhao got shot at the time, but he was fine. After that, we had a little gang together, and we were going to go take back White Willow, but then they left, or somebody else ran them out.
I'm certain most folk know the aftermath of White Willow, but for the sake of the court, somebody please recount what had happened afterward. Damage is done.
14 dead bodies.
14 injured, you mean?
I heard it was dead bodies, but it might have been injured.
I see. There is a significant difference.
I believe what he meant to say was attempted murders, ma'am.
I see.
Is the sheriff of White Willow here, I believe, yes?
I'm Xavier White Willow. I was dead, yes.
Did you witness anything there that day that you wish to tell the court?
Oh, please let him through. Thank you.
He came to town in a panic, stating that Jeremiah sent him. He stated that he was kidnapped by Jeremiah. Jeremiah released him to come and tell the people of White Willow that he had a kidnapped victim, which was Miss Honey, who had a homestead not far from us. Jeremiah demanded $400. We told him we didn't have it. He went back, told Jeremiah, and next thing I know, Miss Honey comes in. Jeremiah had somebody else that he had kidnapped. He came in again, stating that Jeremiah wanted $400. Told him that we couldn't shit it out our ass. Pardon my French. Next thing I know, Jeremiah he sent Rufus back in with a whole bunch of other demands that by this time we figured out that that Rufus was working with Jeremiah, so we paid him no mind. Rufus, along with Jeremiah, Austin, and another gentleman came in. Pretty much White Willow they took us, took the members there along with the community that was attempting to stand up. They swooped in and took us out. No deaths, whole bunch of injuries. They robbed, pillaged all the down bodies. He was making a lot of mistakes, uncomfortable. You could tell that he didn't know what he was doing. He repeatedly pointed his pistol in my face, making threats that he was going to kill me. I just shook it off because that doesn't scare me. And then some ladies came in that apparently they knew. They spoke for a while. He started to release in some people that were still there or people that came in to the aftermath and didn't know what was going on. And then they left. That's all that I know I can remember of that incident.
Was anyone killed during that time, or was it all attempted murder?
Alright.
All attempted murder. I don't know of any deaths.
And how much was taken?
Pretty much the injured person items. They were more looking for guns, ammo, and money than anything. One lady did lose her trousers. They took some trousers off of another person and gave it to the young lady. Other than that, that's all they was looking for. And they was looking for money, but they never found any. Because they were trying to attempt to keep White Willow from becoming a town.
See. And what was your name one more time, sir?
Ms. Xavier White Willow.
You said Xavier White Willow?
Yes, I'm the brother to Mayor Kimber White Willow.
And she was the one that was injured in the shoulder when the murder was attempted, right?
Correct.
Thank you for your testimony, sir.
Problem.
Can anybody provide evidence of these things, aside from the testimonies? All right. I want to ask, is there anybody who is willing to speak on behalf of Rufus? Heard several against him, but nothing for him. No witnessing about how he might have gone astray? Nothing in his favor. All right then. It is unfortunate that only one side was presented during the trial of Rufus Hyde. I must rule in absentia that in light of the evidence and testimonies given, Mr. Rufus Hyde has been sentenced to execution on account of attempted murder, amongst other things. To those who find Mr. Hyde, you either have the right to hang or shoot him. Case dismissed.
Yes. All rise.
Oh no, spaghetti-o.